It's Friday and you're watching First Shift. I'm Angelina Zarnecki. Coming up, we'll take a look at extreme battery testing conditions in Tennessee. But first, your morning headlines.
As government mandates for battery electric vehicles roll out, one consulting firm forecasts BEVs to account for 59% of all new light vehicle sales worldwide by 2035. Boston Consulting Group's managing director and partner says, for OEMs and suppliers, just a few years ago, EVs were a very important piece of their strategy, but still just a project. Now they say EVs are the company and that ICE is the project. In the report, the consultants said BEVs are likely to benefit in the coming years due to the shift away from internal combustion engine vehicles, as well as a lower uptake of mild hybrid vehicles across the globe. Jaguar Land Rover is integrating What 3 Words, a geolocation program, into more than 230,000 existing vehicles. This follows the company's February release of Amazon Alexa, but unlike that rollout, What 3 Words does not require an online pack subscription, according to a public relations manager for the navigation software company. What 3 Words aims to streamline navigation by replacing street addresses with 3 words that correspond to a location's coordinates. In New York City, for example, 23 Park Avenue becomes sugar, laptop, sheep. In a statement, JLR said, voice entry of street addresses is riddled with error. He adds, most systems have a hard time distinguishing numbers, street names, and only provide a list of most likely matches rather than a precise destination. Volkswagen Group is offering employees a financial incentive to voluntarily leave a Russian plant. VW will provide financial compensation and medical insurance until the end of 2022 to employees at its Nizhny Novgorod plant, according to a spokesperson. The plant produces the Taos compact crossover, along with the Skoda Octavia, Karoq, and Kodiaq models. Russia's Gaz Group owns that factory. It has a contractual agreement with VW to assemble its models there. Due to Western sanctions, VW said in March vehicle exports to Russia would be stopped and that production at both of the automaker's Russian sites would be suspended until further notice. Robert Bosch, the automotive industry's largest supplier, is investing $420 million in its North American business. A company spokesperson says the investment will prepare the business for electrification as supply chain challenges persist. It's all part of a larger $664 million U.S. investment for machinery and equipment at each of its automotive plants in North America. Last year, Bosch said it received about $11.8 billion in new electrification-related orders from customers worldwide.
Volkswagen of America is testing electric vehicle batteries in extreme conditions at its new $22 million laboratory in Chattanooga, Tennessee. The Battery Engineering Lab will focus on EV battery testing and high-voltage engineering activities, which VW hopes will speed up the process for its upcoming line of EVs that will be made there. The 3,200 square foot facility is the first of its kind for VW of America and one of 4 such facilities globally. About 30 engineers work at the lab and will initially study and validate the lithium-ion battery packs being used to power ID.4s and other EVs built on VW's global electric architecture known as MEB. Testing conditions include climate chambers to test EVs in extreme heat and cold, as well as a shaker table. The shaker table simulates a year's worth of driving in 1 week. The climate chambers also allow for thermal shock testing, as well as water immersion and abrasion testing to simulate harsh environments. In a written statement, VW of America's Chief Engineering Officer says, with our new battery engineering lab as the new center for battery know-how, we can react quickly to the fast-paced EV market by applying data to our local engineering and assembly. We thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, you can follow us on Twitter at @first_shift. Have a great weekend.